That's good stuff. So
I would love to have a home in each town, a home
I know
in
that's
Texas
right.
and a home here.
So the way you do that is number one, we're sharing all the right info because the credit, the business credit, all of that stuff is important, right? But just like I'm doing with cars, where people come and rent the cars and they bring it back, so too do you do with houses. So, for instance, if you had a house that was across the street as a starter, that would be a good way for you to learn the bed and breakfast game, although it's going to pay for itself, by the way. And you can rent it at first. Go ahead and rent yourself a house, and then move to a point where you can buy a house. You got to kind of crawl before you walk. So what I'm saying to like with the cars, I get to drive any of these cars that I want to at any time. You understand? Because they belong to me. And they give me a variety. So if one day I want to take the Mini Cooper out, I take the Mini Cooper out. I could put the top slides back. And then another time, if it's raining and it's horrible weather, I might take the F-150 out, the truck. Or if I have to move a washing machine, which I did today, I'll pull the truck out. But the point is, it gives me variety, and it also speaks to what I said earlier about freedom. Freedom, resources allow you freedom. Do you agree with that? You know what I mean? Even if it's psychological freedom, if it's just a mind thing, it's like to have a stack of credit cards, for instance, that enables a certain amount of freedom. I've fortunately been able to do that in my life. So a stack of credit cards it tells you, hey, you have a certain amount of freedom. If you have something that breaks down, no problem. You know what I mean? If you need to jump on a plane or rent a car or whatever the reason that you need a credit card for, I got that covered. And so that's very important. So stacking credit cards is almost like stacking up the cars that I'm doing, and you could do the same thing with the houses. So I know a guy that has 144 properties, and he has them all on Airbnb. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not totally turnkey. You're going to have problems, you're going to have issues, you're going to have maintenance, you're going to have money, not necessarily money problems, but money issues, like you have to shift money around, move money around, take care of this, pay this, bills. There's more. It's definitely complex and involved, and so it's gonna take your expertise and hands-on engagement. It's not totally 100%. Okay, you get a bed and breakfast and everything is sweet, but if you have 144 properties and they're anywhere in the country, you can go stay in any one of them that you want to. Right? That's what I was talking about in terms of the variety. And so I know a guy that does that. He does that with the cars. He has a Bentley or Bentleys, and he has sports cars, and he has penthouses, and he can basically do what he wants. There's freedom connected to having all these resources. Freedom. But you got to be ready for it. You got to be ready for it business-wise. You have to hold on, I'm looking for Grant Bay. You have to be ready for what comes your way, what you ask for. Like they say, be careful what you ask for in life. You just may get it. So yeah, that part right there. So still looking for Grant Bay. Crystal, you wanted to say something? Carolyn, rather?
Yeah. Do you have any ideas about passive income?
About what, passive?
Yes.
So
make it right sleep.
One of the passive incomes that you could do is, and you could do this easy, even if you didn't set up your business, you could do this. You could set up an Amazon store, right? And you can go to your local Goodwill and you can buy up $100 or $150 in books. The books at Goodwill are $1 or $2 each, okay? And if you have room for them, you just go ahead and set up a bookshelf in your house and alphabetize these books and put them on the shelf. List them on Amazon and you will see them disappear. And guess what? The books that you buy for $1 or $2, I sold a book the other day for $180. $180 for one book, and I got the book for nearly pennies. Pennies.
Okay.
And that's just one book. I sell other books now I'm all in. So I don't just buy books from Goodwill. I'll go to bookstores and buy books. I sold a book the other day. I got it for like $4. It was because it was a rock star. I'm familiar with rock, and I'm familiar with this particular rock star. I said, "Oh, this story's got to be interesting because his music is forever. So let me look him up." So I basically do Google it. I see that the book is for sale at retail, $17. So it just made sense. If they're selling it for $4, and the least you could get it for brand new is $17. That's called retail arbitrage, where you buy low and sell high. So I got that from a store. I got it from one of the bargain outlets, and there's other bargain outlets. Now I'll go into BJ's, right? That's quote unquote supposed to be a bargain outlet, but I don't think it's the bargain that not the bargains I'm looking for, but not the $1 a book that you get from Goodwill. And by the way, the books at Goodwill, you get brand new ones. I'm not talking about getting used ones, but you can get used ones that look good and still sell them on. By the way, the book that I sold is, I think it was new. It was new. But I've sold used books that, this one book, let me pull this right now. So this one book here, if you're on Instagram, you could see this book by Ken Follett. I grabbed this book because I'm familiar with the author, right? It's called Fall of the Giants. So I didn't buy this. I didn't read this particular book. I read one of his other ones called Eye of the Needle. Amazing author, by the way. Yeah, no, drop shipping is different. I'll explain that in a moment. Credit Solutions. So because I know Ken is a strong author, I know that this book is going to sell. I buy it from Goodwill. It cost me $2. If you go on Tuesdays and Thursdays, there's discounts. So chances are I got it for less than $2. And I sold it for $17 that day when I got home. Because when I was in Goodwill, while I was waiting for the cashier, I listed it on Amazon. That's how quick the listing took. You understand? So I listed it through the app, the Amazon app, and it's free to get an Amazon store. It is the biggest bookstore in the world. Right? So somebody that bought this book, they could live in Indiana, they could live in Portland, they can live in Poland. But the point is they want this book. Why? Because they agree with this author. They agree with what he says. They want to read what he says. That, you know, this is that author, Ken Follett. So because I'm all in, that's my point. I'm all in on books. I'm all in on authors. I'm all in this literary world, to the point where I have my own books, and I've been also critiqued in Publishers Weekly and the Library Journal, and they've given me praises for my books in those platforms and in others. I am all in on every level of the book game. Like you won't find another person like me in the book game. I sell them. I sell other people's books. I'm a fan of other authors. I'm a novelist with my own tribe, my own fan base. And I signed the biggest book publishing deal for a debut author, especially in my genre. So I'm just saying, like, I'm all in. So what can you be all in on? I don't know. But Amazon sells more than just books. I have sold sheets, bed sheets on Amazon. Bamboo bed sheets. I sell bamboo bed sheets. I have them here in the house. When the phone goes cha-ching, and it probably will during this live stream, it's telling me that I sold something. Then you know what I do next? I go to my computer, I print out a mailing label, I package it up, and when the mail lady comes tomorrow or whenever, I give her the package. I've now made money from home. You understand what I'm saying?
That's amazing.
And so I do this I have all kinds of products that I sell here at the house that I picked up from Goodwill, but I also have sold vacuum cleaners. I've sold flat screen televisions. And I sell all the time. I sell file holders, metal file holders. They sell on eBay. The flat screen sold on eBay. What did I sell on Amazon? I sell all kinds of stuff on Amazon. I've sold figurines on Amazon. So I'm just all in. I'm looking at all the stuff that I have here in the house. There's just a lot of stuff I sell on Amazon. And it creates would you ask me? What kind of revenue stream?
Passive income.
Passive income. It creates passive income and that's as passive as it gets. By the way, I sell Bibles. I sell anthologies. Anything that you can imagine. I picked up 2 books. I'll never forget this. In the Bronx, I'm walking along Parkchester in the circle there in the Bronx, and I went by one of the book vendors. They sell used and new books on the streets. I picked up 2 Sherlock Holmes books for $2 each. I sold those books for $199 each on Amazon.
What?
Yes. It was because the film came out called Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr.
Right.
So I say all of that to say, because I'm all in, I deserve that money. Because I understand how to buy and sell, I deserve that money. No, drop this. That's called retail arbitrage, when you buy low and sell high. I bought 4 truck rims from Goodwill one day. 4 truck rims. They're 27 inch, I think, something like that. And they look brand new. They're chrome, you name it. I bought them for like $12 each. I am going to sell those probably for just under $100 each. I mean, I've sold couches, I've sold mattresses, I've sold. I have a friend that manages a high rise here in Atlanta. She calls me when she has furniture. Why would she have furniture? Because people moved out. Why do people move out? Because break up to make up, that's all we do, right? And so she calls me and she says, "Hey, Relentless, I have some furniture for you." I say, "Vicky, I'll be right there." I drive up in my F-150. Why? Because I have one. Why? Because I have good credit. Why? Because I want to diversify my fleet, right? So we're getting back into other resources at this point. It's not just the books, right? So I get the truck, I go to Vicky, I pick up the dining room table that is in my house right now. This dining room table, ooh-wee. This has got to be $1,300 easy, the cost of this dining room table. It's not one of those cheap things you get at Dollar General. It is one of those things you get at one of those big furniture stores that, where they have living rooms that are all set up in there. And I mean, I'm talking about the good stuff. The good stuff. So I'm saying that to say that I'm resourceful, right? And that's how I run into folks, and I make the most of it. I'm not as an opportunist. Hey, Vicky called me. She contacted me first. I forgot what it was. Oh, here it was. Someone called me. I had an ad in on Facebook. No, you ready for this? On Facebook, you can find free things. Free.
Yeah.
Free.
Yeah.
Free.com.
Right.
And so I went and got these chairs from this woman who wanted to get rid of them. I go there at this high rise, and the building manager has to let me in. One thing leads to another. I said, "Ma'am, does this happen all the time?" She says, "Oh, every month, Relentless." So I says, "You know what? You just became a godsend to me." And I gave her a novel, number 1. But number 2, I gave her a tip, right? Which she wasn't expecting. And then number 3, she's called me over and over again. "Relentless, I got some more stuff. Relentless, I got some more stuff." And you know what? Because of the bed and breakfast and because I have space, I'm able to store stuff. But generally, I don't want to hold on to it. I get rid of it as soon as it comes in. So I'm saying all that to say, we're talking about passive income. All of these incomes are passive. All of these incomes are passive, but you have to have multiples. You have to, like, I have some Bitcoin, and I have the book business, and I have the food business, and the Turo business, and the bed and breakfast business, and I flip refrigerators and dryers and washing machines. I get them for little, and I sell them for the most. But I'm saying, like, that's called retail arbitrage, when you buy low and sell high. Thrifting is when you go to Goodwill and you pick up things and you buy them at Goodwill and you sell them, right? That's thrifting. And then drop shipping is where you, like the flat screen TVs. Somebody was asking me, maybe she was speaking to that. So I'll go on one application, like I'll go on Walmart, or I'll go on Amazon, and I'll pick an item like a flat screen, and then I'll post it on eBay. So in other words, I never even had to have the item in hand. I just get the information about this flat screen. I know it's hot, and I know what its price point is, and I see what it's selling for on eBay. And chances are I'm not going to list it on eBay if I can't make $50 or more on that sale. So what I do is I take the information, I copy it from Amazon or Walmart or some other big box seller, and I paste the information on eBay. And you know what? The people who buy it on eBay, they pay cash right now. So on eBay, they might buy, let's say they buy a flat screen, and I'm selling it for $200 or $199. Well, guess what? That money hits my bank account, right? And I hear the cha-ching on my phone. And you know what I do then? Now I got $200. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to go right over here to Walmart on this same phone, sitting in this same seat, in this same house. And I'm going to go to Walmart, and I'm going to purchase that flat screen TV that someone purchased from me. And I'm going to buy it. And guess what? I'm going to send it to the buyer directly. I'm not going to send it to myself. I'm going to send it to the buyer directly. I'm going to put their address and their information in. And you know what? I'm going to send it as a gift. And when I send it as a gift, Walmart or Amazon or any of these services, they're not going to put an invoice in there, because you just don't do that. When you send a gift, it's just a gift. You don't want to tell them how much it is, whatever. At the end of the day, guess what? That money is already in my account. If I bought that TV for $139, do the math, and I shipped it for free. Why? Because Amazon Prime, they're sending my products for free, right? So if I buy it for $199 and I sold it for by the way, I sold it for $199 plus shipping.
Okay.
So the plus shipping gave me another $30-40. And on top, so all off the rip, I probably made $70 on that shipment. And that's what I'm saying. That's what they call drop shipping. So you have retail arbitrage, where you go into a store or you go online or somewhere and you buy the item, and then you hold on to it and you resell it. Or you have the item that you buy at Goodwill, or you buy it at some store. I have bought things from Walmart and sold them online. I have bought things from Target and sold them online. I've bought things from, you just have to be savvy. You just have to be savvy. And so that's the retail arbitrage. And then thrifting is Goodwill. Thrift stores, Goodwill, or church sales. That's thrifting. And then drop shipping is the one I just mentioned. So at the end of the day, this creates that, would you ask me, passive income that enables you the freedom to move, the freedom to sleep, the freedom to live. I can't explain. I can't really put into words the freedom that I have I've been blessed. I've been blessed, and that's why I'm trying to bless other people, because of the law of the universal law. The universal law is like really important in my life. You give what you get. The karma, law of karma, the law of gravity. There's a certain law, the law of abundance. There's all sorts of laws, and because I know those laws, I constantly, that's my 10 commandments of sorts. You know what I mean? I kind of live by that law of correspondence. you get that how people gather. You know, the Asians gather amongst the Asians, and black gathers amongst the blacks, and there's something to that. There's something to that. It's not something that we choose. It's something that's built in us. It's just, it makes sense that women want to be around other women. They share resources. They talk the same language, right? But and so I'm just that's the law of correspondence. And so it's just different things that I've subscribed to. Let me try this. Grant Bay. Who is this Grant Bay? What is she doing here? What is going on? I'm listening to you though, ladies, and I appreciate it. Anybody want to raise your hand? You're welcome to raise your hand. We're waiting on Grant Bay to come back. She had a signal issue. She's in Montana. We're looking for her. Calling Grant Bay. Calling Grant Bay.
So I have a question. Then what is affiliate selling? I've heard people talking about affiliate selling. So
affiliate selling is when you are helping someone else sell a product or a service, and they're giving you a percentage once the sale is done. So that's how affiliate selling goes. And so there's websites that you can sign up for their affiliate programs, and you can go and you see all the products and all the items that are for sale and all the services and all this stuff like that. And it's the same with if you go to a local chiropractor or a local dentist, and you say, hey, I want to help market you. And so when you make an agreement with them, for every client you get them, they give you $50 or something like that. It's the same thing. Affiliate is just a title for it, but it basically you are a sales rep for that product or service. You understand? You understand what I mean?
Yep.
Who else is in the room that would like to come up, say hi, tell us who you are, tell us about your business? We are live on Facebook, Instagram, and Clubhouse. How you doing, Captain Lewis? Hello, Regina. Hello, Now Rule. That must mean you're from New Rochelle. What's up, AB Butler? Hello to everyone who's speaking to me on Instagram. I'm gonna put my glasses on so I could recognize. Then there'd be no excuses, right? But again, if you want to raise your hand, even in Instagram, if you want to raise your hand, let's have this conversation, because we're talking about all things generational wealth, changing the narrative, and all like that. Let me let me see what's going on with my PPP guy. Just a second. The good thing is that these folks are communicating with me, so that's a good thing. I'm glad you can. What's another resource I could share with you right now? You talked about passive income, and the reason why passive income is important is because we have a finite amount of time on the planet. We also have a finite amount of time in a month, and we definitely have a finite amount of time in a day. There's only 24 hours in a day, so in theory, you want these passive incomes so you could still enjoy your life, right? You can still enjoy your 24 hours, enjoy your family. Some of the things I just mentioned, the Turo business, the Amazon business, the eBay business, this is passive income. This doesn't require much of your time to make that happen. The Turo business is a little bit more complicated, not much, but once you get into it, you understand it. You can start with one car. But if you have good credit, or half-ass credit, and they're going to give you a car, a brand new car, and all you got to pay is $399 a month or $299 a month plus insurance, so maybe $350 total, all in, right? $350. Guess what? I made that this weekend with one of my cars, just one weekend, and then this person just called and extended for another 4 days. So the total on that is going to be something like close to $400. People come to town, they want to book a room. Or rather, they want to book a car. They want to rent a car. And at the end of the day, if I have a car and it drives well and it's sleek and it gets them where they want to go, they're going to come pick it up. They're going to I already got it gassed up. They're going to go do what they got to do, and guess what? They're going to bring the car back. It's going to be fully gassed up, no problemo. If I had a woman that dropped the car off the other day while I was sleeping, and when I woke up, she got a ticket, a parking ticket. She had it in the visor. But you know what? When I woke up, she says, "Hey, I got a ticket. Can you snap a picture of it and send it to me so I could pay it off?" That's the type of people I'm dealing with. You understand? That's the type of, "Hey, Dr. Olivia, how are you?" That's the type of people that I'm dealing with. So a business such as Turo or Hire Car, that's another one. These are businesses that I'm making money with. And you can do it too. Like I have a book coming out called "I Did It, You Can Too." And I already put one version out of it, but we're increasing it because things change. Things change. The world has changed, and I want to put out relevant information in my books. I want, especially my nonfiction books. So you might know I'm popular for writing fictional books, but I also write nonfiction books. So that's where I'm at with it. Hold on. Please come up and ask a question. We're talking about generational wealth, or maybe you have a resource that you'd like. Oh, here she's just trying. When I try, I send a message. Wait a minute. Grant Bay just sent me a message. Hold on a second. What was that? Hold tight. Trying. When I try to send a message, it takes forever. Oh, okay. Like I said, in Clubhouse, if you want to come up and ask a question, feel free. If you want to share a resource, we're talking about generational wealth. I'm excited that Grant Bay is communicating with me now. She was having an issue with her signal. She says she's in Montana, and I'm really looking forward to her coming on and talking about these grants. Everybody's mom down there. Okay, I see y'all. Well, I appreciate you joining us. These rooms are going to get bigger because of resources. It's just important to get hold of resources. It's important. I feel like it helps us live better lives. Hello, Dr. Olivia. Appreciate you coming on. Regina, hello. I'm going to go back a little bit. Sylvia, hello. K-Mac. Eavesdrop. We already said her name. So I'm going, you mic is muted. Okay, I think I got everybody. I'm pretty sure I missed some messages here. Got to respect the calendar. I saw that. All right. You have some fans here, Grant Bay. So come on through. So once again, we're talking about generational wealth. We're talking about entrepreneurship. We're talking about revenue streams. Some of you out there are business owners. We're talking about passive streams of revenue. That's important. Why? Because it enables us to free up our time, and we only have 24 hours in a day. So if you can have revenue streams that are based on systems, and if those systems work automatically, then you win. So the big thing about books is when someone orders a book from me on Amazon, what happens is they pay for the book. Amazon signals me and notifies me and says, "Hey, Relentless, this book has been purchased. Please mail it within 3 days." And then I go and I grab the book. Like I got a book about German Shepherd here. And so that's sold. Actually, here's if you're on Instagram now, you can I can show you in real time what books sold over I woke up today and 10 books sold. 13, here it goes, because there was a couple that sold in the last few hours. So this is let me flip the camera around right quick so you can see, we're all about the receipts. So these are books that sold in the last day. And some, this book I'll make $10.50. This one I'll make $2, $2.50, I think it says $2. There's different prices. $4 on this one, $1.50, $1.80, $1.20, $1.90, $6.70, $10. If you see $4, 60 cents, $1.90, and it goes on and on, $5, $8. So I say all of that to say what? I'm not flexing. I'm basically saying that that's passive income. But when I looked into my account and I saw that there was a deposit from Amazon, it was $170 deposit. And this is all added up passive income from however long. So that's passive income. And why not? Why not? People are going to buy. And by the way, a lot of these books are used. They're not necessarily new books. People buy used books on Amazon too. You feel me? So this is totally doable. You could do this in any state in the country. Any state in the country. Did you have a question about? If you have a question about how I do my Amazon books, you feel free to ask the question. I think revenue streams is. I think getting money or getting seed capital might be a problem, but I think keeping revenue streams going is a bigger problem with us. I think we have to know how to be smart, not smart, right? Not SMORT. I think we have to know how to be smart in terms of being resourceful. I saw an article during COVID. These folks, they got some wood pallets. By the way, I also sell wood pallets. I pick up the pallets for free. And I sell them for like $3.50 each. The other day, I delivered 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 pallets. And there was like $150. It was just money that fell out of the air. I can't help it. I can't help myself. I can't help myself. Look, here's the other thing. Like, again, we only have 24 hours in a day, and I have a certain amount of time here on planet Earth. So they say to whom much is given, much is expected, but I look at it differently. I'm like the squirrel who's gathering his nuts. And where am I gathering my nuts? So I'm gathering my nuts, my walnuts, my peanuts. I'm gathering them through credit, because every time I spend on the credit cards and every time I pay it back on time, it builds my credit. It builds my relationship with the bank. And that part is important to me. That impeccable credit score, not just for personal, but also for business. So these are important things, and I try to I'm asking you if you have questions about it, because this is very it's big, it's huge. To coin a phrase from I know about the affiliate. I need help to help me because I'm not that tech savvy. Just new learning curve. Okay, I got you. I appreciate that, Lois. I see you. And so this is fine. We don't know it all. Like, everybody doesn't. We only know what we know. That's really what it comes down to. Each one teach one. That's another way for us to. That's another way for us to win. Each one teach one. So if if you have a resource over there and you feel like there's enough to go around, enough information to go around, well, hell, I think any information is enough to go around. Don't get me wrong. If somebody across the street is selling a car and it's the only car they have, and they just decided it's brand new, just shooting from the hip, it was brand new, they bought it last week, and they have to leave town for some reason, like pick up their stuff and leave. They want to sell their car. So they're selling it half price. Who knows why? Just work with me here. They're selling the car for half price. There's only one car. Once it's sold, it's gone. It's done. So that's what I mean by everything isn't abundant, right? But in a lot of cases, especially the things I mentioned, like with Turo, with Amazon, with even the food service that I do, the bed and breakfast, it's infinite. You can make loads of money nonstop. And you know what? Here's the other thing. Let's stop saying that I don't know how, and I'm not that good at, and, I don't, those types of comments that we make to ourselves, they affirm the wrong things. I need us to change the narrative and to talk about how we're doing this, or how, let's say, we're a work in progress versus I don't know the tech world. let's stop embracing that, because when you keep saying it, you're just affirming it, and then we are what we think we are. I need you to change the narrative and know that life is as big as you want it to be. Life is as big as you want to make it. It's like, you're looking at a man if you're on IG, and if you're listening to a man, if you're on Clubhouse, you're listening and looking at a man who turned solitude in a prison cell. No computers, no telephone, no communication. I turned my blank thoughts into a multi-million-dollar book business. My first check was 40 grand. And when they found out that I was who I was, the next check was 75 grand. And that all added up to $280,000 that I got as advance money coming into a business where there are hundreds of thousands of other authors, hundreds of thousands of people they put books out every day now. And some of these authors still have not measured up to what I've done from a prison cell. I can't impress upon you how possible it is for you to win, and you don't have to go to prison to do it. You don't have to get locked up. You don't have to get beaten up. I think you have to have a story to tell. I think you have to have some heart and some grit and some truth in what it is that you're telling, because people don't want to hear the same old. We got that from Lifetime. We get that all the time. If you watch TV enough, you get the same old. Oh, yeah, I know how that goes. I know how that story goes. Okay, I've seen that before. And we get to a space where we want to watch it over and over again just to make sure that we know what we saw is what we saw. But I'm being funny and trite, but I'm here to be real with you and to tell you that this is entirely possible. If I did it, you can too. If I got 4 cars, you can get 40 cars. Because my credit was not, like, my highest credit score is like 740. So far, I know how to get to 800 now. I'm working on that. But I'm like, 740, you can do a lot of things. But there's some of you out there I heard somebody had 760 today. If you get over the 750, over the 749, the industry looks at you different. I've walked into a car dealership and out of the car dealership with a car within an hour because of good credit. But the code is simple. Fix your credit if your credit is broke or if you have imperfections on there. Build your business credit aside of your personal credit, right? Gotta learn all this. I will. Aside of your personal credit, create revenue streams, passive and otherwise, and also get these grants. Now, so when we talk about grants, here's part of the grants that you've heard about recently are the EIDL and the PPP, right? And those are the grants based on COVID, right? That the government is giving out, right? And then on top of that, you may know about government grants, like grants that they give to schools, or you might hear about like the gentleman who covered all of the college tuition for a particular, college, right? We saw that story. So that's like those are gifts, right? But very rarely are we going to see, and never before in history, if I can say this, are you going to see someone like Goldman Sachs or the company Goldman Sachs giving out $10 billion to women and men, to people of color over the next 10 years. That's just one company. Target is giving a grant now. There's so many companies out here giving grants because they realize what black folks have been going through for decades and centuries and beyond. And they're trying to give back now to make us whole, if that's even a thing. How the hell are you going to make us whole? My daddy died from COVID. Like, we can't fix that. Or my grandmother died poor. Or I'm being hypothetical. because I don't know that my grandma died poor, but because that I know, my grandmother left a house behind, and the house went to the kids. So, she didn't necessarily die poor. But I'm just saying, like, that's a hypothetical. And I'm saying that nothing can make up for our life lost, right? You can't make up for years of us getting hung and years of us being shot down in the streets by police. You can't repay that. There's no balance there. And I don't care how much money it is. It just doesn't pay back the lives that have been lost, the bloodshed. All we have is memories left. So now moving forward, I want to see us get what we got coming. And it's not 40 acres and a mule. It's so much more. If you subscribe to more, if you want more, if you agree with having more, you can have as much as you want. I know a kid that's got $30 million in business credit cards. And you know what? I have all of his information, how he did it. I have the blueprint, right? I know another guy who has $800 million in business credit. 800 million, and it's probably more now. He was saying that when I first met him. Now it's way more. And I'm saying that to say, like, this is available to you. And these are guys that the kid was 20, he's probably 24 now, 25. The other guy, he's been through it. He's been to prison, he's been through the street, he's been homelessness, all kinds of stuff. And he did it. So when I say I did it, you can too, I'm not just speaking about me, I'm speaking about all the other people that have done it. You all have heard Him 500, or about Him 500. He's been through homelessness and he's bounced back. But they're all talking about the same stuff, which is generational wealth and good credit and business credit and really climbing up out of this hot mess. I wish I had the resources available to me when I was producing concerts at Starbucks. I mean, Starbucks looked at me in a certain kind of way. I think that they respected the way that I appeared, but what would it look like if I had a big company where everything worked precision by precision versus just me running it all, stressed out, trying to get entertainers on stage, trying to set up my filming and keep my filming going, making sure things are trying to stream. I was doing all kinds of stuff at Starbucks. And I'm simply saying, like, what would it look like? What are the optics of a person now that comes in and he just stands back and watch all of his work play out before him? That's to me, that's the optics on that are crazy, because it's a different person. It's a relaxed person. It's not a stressed out person. And I don't care how much money is on the table, we can do with a whole lot less stress. Raise your hands. Come on up on IG if you want to have that convo. Hey Renee, how are you? I'm sorry, I work there, bro. I'll try to tell these kids that daily. Oh, okay. I see you, superhero. Praise God, the possibilities are endless. Yes, I see you. This is awesome. Thank you, Jonah. Appreciate you. Or is it John A. Jones Property? Okay. God's will working on me. Okay. I see you, Renee. I got you, sis. Good stuff. Live it up unlimited. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody commenting on Instagram. Say that I'm making the connection to get to the next level. Look, and everybody's amen. And oh man, that's awesome. So I may not see, by the way, when you post a comment, it does, do I do any webinars and trainings to complement your books? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. We're working on the webinar. It's going to come out shortly. I'm doing so much work at the moment, and I'm trying to organize it all so that it all hits at the same time. So my book, I Did It, You Can Too, is going to come out with a webinar. It's going to come out with a whole publicity campaign. It's going to come out at the same time as a movie. And battery power, that's on my phone. That's no problem. We can fix that. We got a fix for that. So I'm trying to coordinate, John Witherspoon. I'm trying to coordinate so that all of the things are in place so that when I hit correctly. Because it's great to, let me tell you something, it's great to hit, but it's great. It's even better to hit correctly. So, what does correctly mean, Relentless? Well, when the muscle that you need behind you, the money, and the marketing that you need behind you to succeed today, is different. It's different than it once was. It's different. Like I'm not happy with a subpar rollout. I want something big with the right photo shoot, with the right video clips, with the right Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok content. It's powerful. The way I'm thinking, I'm an advocate of the magic of thinking big. It was a huge book for me, David Schwartz, by the way. It was a huge book for me. Read that and learn you something, because this is good when you think big and you go after your dreams and you go after achieving big things. So yeah, the webinar is coming and the trainings and all that, and I appreciate you so much. I see a hand raised on the Clubhouse. Hey, you know what? I think at this point we're interested also, and let me go ahead and ask Grant Bay if she can't do Instagram. Come on the Clubhouse. Lord have mercy, because this is just like, hey, if you cannot come, please. We've been waiting an hour. It's actually more than an hour, right? It's like an hour and 23 minutes, right?
Yes.
She says yes.
It's okay. It's well spent.
Yeah, it is well. Oh, thank you for that. Oh, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. That was powerful to hear that from you.
I have another question, if you don't mind.
Please.
Okay, so I listening to you, and I listened to some other authors, and I almost feel like I did what I did backwards. And that is, I wrote a book, I published the book, and now I'm kind of like in limbo as to how to actually market it, because I didn't know anything about pre-sale and, like you said, all the different platforms. I am on Instagram and on Facebook, like Facebook page and all that, but it's not generating enough traffic. So I'm not sure what to do. Another thing I want to know is, I want to get some copies printed, but I don't know where to go to do that.
So,
other than on, Amazon is on Amazon, but I don't know where to go just to get the books.
okay.
printed.
So did you release the book just like to as a one-off? Like this is the only book you're ever gonna do?
I don't know if I even thought about that. I just wrote the book and did it. You know what I mean? I have other things in my mind.
Right.
You know.
No, I said right.
Yeah,
So
I have other books on mine. I haven't just actually, you know, came up with it yet. It's kind of like birthing. You know, it's birthing in me. So I know what, where I'm going to go with the next book. But I think I'm just in limbo with the one that I have now. It's that people who buy it, like it, but I just don't have I'm not having getting it in front of enough people, I think.
okay, and also you said you're located where?
I'm right up the road from Dr. Monica. I'm in Los Angeles, California, Southern California.
Okay, so here's how I would approach that now in this day and age. What, number one, the book is it a memoir? Is it fictional? What is the book?
It's a memoir. You see my the thing right there. You see it?
PTR. Oh, the picture that you have here. Oh, I see. The gift. The gift.
The gift, vice, or virtue. Yes.
Oh, okay. So, what I would say in this day and time is, if this is a memoir, I would start an agenda on Clubhouse called Rainbow of Memoirs, or Bank Vault of Memoirs, or Carousel of Memoirs, or and the reason why I'm choosing those words from the hip, by the way, is because it lets on that this is a group, that there's a large amount of memoirs, right? So I would be basically what I'm getting to is I would be the administrator and the front runner and the ambassador of an agenda that supports people with memoirs.
Okay.
And so what that means is that there are a lot of people out there like you who have memoirs that are just sitting, maybe collecting dust, or they're not really getting them the results that they want to get. So if you start an agenda where you are now the ambassador behind an agenda that is an allegiance of memoir writers, and also an allegiance of people whose stories are, memoirs, I would think now you're in a room, or you're with an audience of people that are entirely interested in winning with their memoirs. And you'll get a whole lot of people who have not been able to publish their books yet for whatever reason. You know what I realize? A lot of people are not publishing their books because they're afraid to say what they got to say.
Yeah, you can't be afraid
because they don't want to hurt feelings, or they don't want to tell on their daddy who maybe was a little bit too touchy, but so without totally taking the deep dive down that rabbit hole, I'm just basically saying, like, there's a lot of reasons why people don't want, but the thing is, on Clubhouse, it's an audio platform, and so it gives a certain level of protection if you decide to do so. I know people that don't have social media connected to the Clubhouse. I know people that disconnect their social media when they know that they're going to say something that's like personal, and they change their name just so that they could stay anonymous, so they're going to share. So there's some people go on Clubhouse at late night, and they get into these rooms and they talk about seedy sex and all these other kinds of things, and there's some people that totally put their IG out there, and then there's some that just block it from being seen. So my point in saying that is that Clubhouse enables the person who does not want to let people into their lives, or gives them an extra level of sort of security, even if it's real or imagined. It's still audio. That's why when they have these interviews with when people testimonials on TV, they always have the silhouette. They don't want them to be seen, or they change the voice. So Clubhouse allows for that. Clubhouse allows for people to tell their stories and not necessarily get any backlash. So if that makes sense, I mean, like this, and so that's why I say here, you can do the same on Facebook and Instagram, but I think you're gonna have a stronger allegiance on Clubhouse.
Okay, and then starting a room. Well, first of all, I don't know how to work Clubhouse.
That's easy. When you're a book writer,
yes,
means you know how to write a book.
Right.
But there's YouTube videos that show you how to write a book. And so if you're trying to work this Clubhouse, there are YouTube videos that show you how to work Clubhouse.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, just go to YouTube and you put in the search bar how to start a club on Clubhouse, how to make $1,000 on Clubhouse. I mean, there's all kinds of videos out there, but you have to do the dive and do the work.
Okay. Okay, good to know.
I guess I just told you an ancient Chinese secret. Hey, I got ancient Chinese secret. Okay.
Okay, but how do I get just a publisher or whatever just to print me up 50 books or 100 books or whatever, 10 books? How do I do that?
Print on demand. You if you want to print 10 books at a time, you can. When you went to YouTube and you searched for that, what did you come up with?
I never did.
Do
I never did because I didn't. This book was something that it's like, it was cathartic for me. It was a healing for me. And I wrote it and I just put it out. I had no idea what I was going to do after that. You know what I mean? So I don't even know. And I knew that there's Kindle, of course, and Amazon and all that. So that was easy. Okay, put it on there. But I didn't know anything else about the business, how to get, books other than, because I don't think I can get them just printed from Amazon. If I get from Amazon, I have to pay the same amount of money that anybody else pays for it.
So there are websites that you can upload your PDF and your cover, and they will print you out a book or 2 or 3 or 10. It's not rocket science. It's very...
Okay, so did I just say print on demand?
Print on demand. You go to Google and you type it in, and you know what? The top searches are going to be paid searches. So if you want to do the deep dive, you have to go 2 and 3 pages in and see all of the options of companies that help you publish your own book.
Okay.
And there's some companies that do it hands off, and there's some that do it hands on. There's some that'll charge you thousands, and there's some that'll charge you hundreds. It's all in the research.
If you keep yawning, I'm gonna go.
It's all in the research,
Yeah. I have companies coming at me. Publishing companies. They call it themselves self-publishing companies, but they want me to pay them.
No, that's not. So those are. So I'll say this once so that everybody can get it. There are people out here. That's what they do. They're here to make money, and they that's the only thing they know. Let me get other people and their stories, and I'll help them make books, and I'll charge them for that service. And then they have their book. I mean, there's people that do that, just like there's people that are electricians and auto mechanics. It's super hard. A storm in Florida. Did she say Montana? Did I? Hold on a minute.
Yeah, you said Montana.
Maybe that was just me that misspoke when I said it. But
I have something I could add on this.
Well, I'm thankful.
Nebraska. She said, wait a minute. Okay. Nebraska, Florida? Hold on a minute. Okay.
Could I?
Yes, I'm listening. I'm sorry. Oh no, wait. Hold on a second. So did I answer your questions there, or what did I?
You did.
Okay.
You did, and thank you so much.
Okay. I'm sorry, sir. Go ahead.
Hi, this is Bill, and this was just some information for Carolyn. There are several print-on-demand services that she can use that don't cost very much. $5 or $6 to get going. Amazon had one that was called Create Space, although they've moved away more to Kindle Direct Publishing and Amazon Media on Demand services. So if you look in either of those, you can sign up, submit your properly formatted manuscript to them, and they will print books for you, for $2 or $3 a pop.
That's what I need. Thank you. So you said Create Space and Amazon what?
Amazon Media on Demand. If you type either of those terms into Google and search for them, it will take you to the space that's owned by Amazon. And that's how people are able to publish books, self-publish their own book, or put their books onto the Amazon Kindle platform, or in some cases have an audio file created. It's a slightly different service to put their book possibly on Audible. So there's a few resources for you.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That's why I love Clubhouse.
A lot of information out here. It's all good. Everybody, each, like I said earlier, each one teach one.
What kind of books do you write? I know you said you've done fiction and nonfiction. What are your book titles?
Are you talking about me?
Yes, sir. Talk about you.
Oh, so my 20th novel I released first. It's called Push. That's the first one I came out with. My big story, how I went to the streets and sold 50 copies, and then 300, and then 20,000. And then after that, I started dropping a book a month. And so when you Google Relentless Aaron, you'll see my book titles. That's the beauty of the internet. But my biggest sellers, I guess, are The Last Kingpin, Push, Platinum Dolls. Are you working? Could you turn the tablets on, because or no, I'll turn them on. Here you go. I'm sorry, guys. It sounds like we're doing business. We're doing business again. All right. So I got here's the DoorDash. And I'm sorry. I have the DoorDash tablet over here. Can you hear me? Oh, I'm sorry. So she's in the bathroom. Where was I? I'm sorry. You said The Last Kingpin, Sugar Daddy is a big one. Triple Threat is a big one. Extramarital Affairs is huge. Single with Benefits is huge. Rappers Are in Danger is bananas. I mean, I have a lot of books. And Bum Rush, that was a good one. I have To Live and Die in Harlem. That's huge. That's a sequel to Push. That Bill Duke bought the rights for that. That's gonna be a film soon. Topless. That was my very first novel, but I released it probably I don't know. I didn't put it out first. I wrote it first, if that makes sense. So I wrote that book. It took a year, and then but I wanted to put my 20th book out first, because I felt like I wanted to hit with pow. You feel what I'm saying? And so you had Push, and Platinum Dolls is really huge. They love Triple Threat. My story about Triple Threat is that I got a call from Halle Berry's office. I was in New York at the time, and they basically said, "Hi, this is Halle Berry's office, and this is her manager. They want to see your book." I'm like, "Okay, where do I send it? Oh, can you deliver it?" Can I? So, I mean, in a hot minute, I was on a train or a car. I think I was driving a Trooper at the time, and I brought that right to the office. And her same manager that was managing her then is the manager now. I just got to look it up. In fact, I'll probably do that now. And so yeah, that happened. And then guess what? Like a few weeks later, they asked me for another copy. I think that probably was like the personal assistant or something that asked for that. But I should get on her live and say, "Halle, whatever happened with that book?" But no. I feel like that Triple Threat might or might not be the project for her. It all depends. See, it's a psychodrama, and she came out with something like that. I saw some imaging where she was in a straitjacket, so maybe the timing wasn't right. A lot of times, actors don't want to get caught or pigeonholed in a certain kind of way. So that most likely was it, you know. But anyway. That's not to say that it'll never happen. It's just to say that was some of the magic that happens with my books. It's crazy. The type of people that have communicated with me. I remember being backstage at a 50 Cent concert. As you know, I wrote a book for 50 Cent too. That's called Derelict. And I'm backstage at a 50 Cent concert. If you can imagine, you know, you can see 50 on stage doing his thing, and I'm right chilling with LL Cool J, and it's so funny. I told him who I was, and he's like, "Oh yeah, your boy gave me that book. He's trying to get me he wants me to do the lead in it." He said that book is tough, you know, like that. He's talking about Push. And I was like, yeah. So, you know, we got that quick conversation that he loved the book and he's looking forward to. But, you know, films take a long time. It's not, especially substantial films. You can throw a film together and probably pop it out in a year. But the rollout that I'm doing is different. It's different over here. You know, I'm on some Martin Scorsese type of Godfather type of energy. I have some powerful books that people have praised throughout the streets, throughout the country, throughout the nation. If they sent a film crew over from Spain. No, they sent a film crew to interview me from Canada, but there was a reporter that contacted me from Spain. And that's when I realized the power of books and how it can transcend outside of, you know, the world, the bubbles that we're in. But back to your point, you were asking me about my books, right? So I Did It, You Can Too, Seems Like You're Ready, Lady First, Single with Benefit of Lady First. What's the other one? Damn. But Burning Desire. I told you about The Last Kingpin, but The Last Kingpin has other books based on The Last Kingpin, like spin-offs, and so does Push. Push has a part 3 a lot of people don't know about. So there's a lot going on. I'm also bringing back Extramarital Affairs and Topless, the sequels. So there's a lot going on with these books that y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. And I'm not flexing or flossing at all. I'm just really answering your question. But if you're looking for a book of mine, they all have the same sort of flavor. I deliver the same punch. And you know, you can get right on my actually my bio is not connected to my IG right now because I'm actually redoing my landing page. So maybe it is. Hold on, let me see. You may see call is not. Grant Bay, by the way, it says the call is not happening on this hotspot. Have the group book a consultation or visit the room with Hello Alice Thursday, and you will get. Oh, you know, so she's having a problem getting through. I'm so sorry about Grant Bay. This is like yesterday she came on and her audio was falling out, and today so it wasn't Nebraska, by the way. It was just the autocorrect that corrected her text. Anyway, she's in Florida, and apparently there's some sort of storm where she's at. So that's the problem there. And she says the hotspot is not working and so on and so forth. So I am so sorry about that. So but hold on while I'm here. Let me reach out to, and I'm going to pause you on Clubhouse for a second. I'm going to make a phone call. Let's see if we can make this happen. Let me do this with Philip. Hold on, guys. On Instagram, you're here. Just left the airport. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can do this. My man is out there. Just left the airport. Pulling him up on the FaceTime. Thank God. Hey, what's up, Philip?
What's, man?
Hey, so I'm doing an IG live now. Can you come on to IG and holler at folks about the or even Clubhouse, either way, about PPP.
Let me set my Clubhouse.
Are you on Clubhouse?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'll send you the link. Okay.
All
right. Thanks. So this is my guy who got me the PPP, and I've been telling everybody that $10,000 is forgivable. I really need y'all to hear this, because $10,000 could do a lot of change for a company. It could be the great pivot for you. It could you could buy a corporation with that. You could buy a shelf corp, and you can add a trade line to the shelf corp. And now immediately you can go into Bank America if you have a 700 or 720 credit score, and you can immediately pull down $500,000 or better in a line of credit. You can immediately apply for business credit cards. There's 7,000 banks and institutions offering business credit cards. If you have that credit score, if you have the business set up. And I'm simply saying that $10,000 can do a lot for a company if your mind is right, if your situation is right, not just going out to pay bills and this and that. You have to do you can invest in getting grants, and you can turn that $10,000 actually into $100,000. Within 60 days, you'll start getting payments for the grants, and over the course of the year, you'll get $100,000 based on you just having a business. It's not as hard as it seems. So anyway, let me send him the link through. Okay, I'm back, guys. I actually got my PPP guy on the phone, and he's gonna come in. Let me send him the link to this room so that we can make the best of the time, despite the grant day. I'm sorry about all of that. Let me send him the link, and so we can get one of these plugs on today to talk to us about. And if you have any questions right now, I would suggest relating to your PPP, I would suggest go ahead and raise your hand. And also on Instagram, if you have a question, you could just go ahead and ask it. Either ask the question, or you can go ahead and request to be on live. I'll bring you up. But you heard him, so he's coming on up. At least we have someone to help us today to answer some of these questions. Whoa. Did you start the Uber tablet?
I thought you said
I have I called you. I have the other tablet right here. I was trying to give it to you.
I thought you did both. I thought you was doing on my phone side.
You have to plug it in. Hey, what's up, Veronique? So yeah, if you have questions about the PPP, I'm bringing Philip up now. Just waiting for him to kind of check in. He's come through, so we can have this conversation about this. Thank you for all the follows on IG. I appreciate you guys. I just got a message that said 9 followers. I'm not here for that though, but I appreciate that. I would think that a lot of times we follow people, right? And they put content up, and then over time you're like, okay, well, I don't know if this is what I want to see every day. Like people getting up on and just showing a picture of their face every day. Like, I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that's about. I really don't. And it's always the same. It never changes. They just take a picture of themselves. And it's always a selfie. It's never somebody taking a picture of them. You can even put your camera on something and set it up to take a picture. I don't understand what that is. I switched over to Clubhouse. Okay, I see you. Sheila, I see you. Did you? Oh, there you go. Okay, I see you. You both places. You just everywhere, Sheila. So, yeah, I don't understand that. Why we taking selfies and we just post a picture and without can you put a message? Can you inspire us? You don't even have to put your own inspirational message. How about copying and pasting an inspirational message from Google? Hey, Google. That's funny. I asked Google to do something. She sure did jump in there to do it and interrupted my Facebook live stream. It's all good. So I don't know. You want us to know you're here? Like, tell me why. Why is it that I want to watch this every day? You're just posting a different picture. Are you showing different fashions? No. It's got to make sense. So when I get up on here, I try to bring some important information. And that's why I'm here today. No other reason. No likes and follows and all of that jack nonsense. It's all about, because I'm busy. I have things to do. But I'm wanting to spend the quality time because I feel like if I had this help earlier on, I could be a lot further faster. And so I'm wanting to give that same, hey, James Dickerson, I'm wanting to give adulting tutor. Please explain what that means. I'm wanting to give that information. Hey, Lena, and I see you still, Renee. So I want to get that information, this important information out. Just important for me. In 5 to 10 years now, thank me. When I get to be when I get to be old and frail, thank me. That's gonna feel good at some point. Either like Relentless, I read one of your books and it was so amazing, it changed my life, because I've had that. Or Relentless, some of the information you shared on IG, man, I tell you, I got the bag. And because I got the bag, I have a big business now. What you need? You never know. So we're waiting on Philip. Hold on just a second. Let me see if he came on yet. Thanks for your patience out there. Hey, Scott, Trisha, Yuri, Sandy, Kay, Julene, hello. Hello to Sheila and Chauncey. Is it Chancey or Chauncey? Chancey. And Kay Patrice, hello. Shiro. We need to know more about that brand, that energy. That's what we want to hear. And Nahila. Again, feel free to raise your hand. Tell us about your business and what you are. What are your expectations for now that the pandemic is coming to an end? Tell us what the next level is. We want to know. Dr. Monica, you were the one that asked me about the books, right?
Yes, I did.
Hopefully, I answered some of that.
You did. I have some stories written to the side that I'm not addressing right now because there's some other things I need to take care of. And I was just wondering, actually, since I'm speaking, I have a couple of questions. So the first thing, it sounds as though you do fiction and nonfiction. As a publisher, how is that for you, and is that difficult to flip back and forth? And then my second question, since you have multiple streams of income, how do you manage your taxes? Do you have one LLC? Do you have multiple LLCs? How does that work? Do you have one and you're just an empire and everything is a DBA? How are you managing that?
Good question. So the first thing is I do the nonfiction I do is for other people. The first nonfiction that I've done, I Did It, You Can Too, I'm now bringing back out. So I'm still early in the game on nonfiction as it relates to my own. The other books that I've written for others, not including 50 Cent, because the book I wrote for 50 Cent is fictional, but the other books that I wrote, that belongs to them. So it's their, it's my, if they paid me to write it, I wrote it for them, and they're off on their own. I also coach them on how to print it up and print copies, and I might broker the printing deal or something like that so that they can get their copies, and then they can go ahead and they sell them. You know, because a lot of people, business owners, for instance, a business mogul once came to me. She laid 10 grand on my desk, and I started her book. It was like that simple. But there's so many other people out there that I've written books for, and they want their own books and they want to go sell them, and that's it. But for certain situations also that I'll attach my name to, and so that's I feel is going to give me credibility back, and that was with the 50 Cent deal, which it does work to this day. As far as novels. Your second question again was about the novels, about the fiction.
No, it was about
the LLC. So
yeah. What do you?
So everything is relentless underneath my corporation under one umbrella. However, what I'm doing now is I'm setting up sub entities. I think you want to call them subdivisions. And I'm setting up so that each book is its own corporation. So why am I doing that? Well, each one of my books is intellectual property, and so I literally can attach value to each book by buying surety bonds for the work, and building credit behind each corporation. So every book is that blueprint, is that organization. So when let's say for the book Extramarital Affairs or Triple Threat, there's one. Triple Threat. So Triple Threat, if anybody's on Instagram, I'm showing what that looks like there. So this is Triple Threat. And so what I'll do with this book is this is the one that Halle Berry called me for. Halle Berry's management called me for. And what I'll do with Triple Threat is I'll create a company behind it, and the company will and the title itself, I want to create an entire series out of it. So there will be there's a sequel to this, by the way. I can't even tell you the title because the title is off the chain. The title is off the chain. It's going to make everybody run to this book. And so somebody said that's a gem. Did you read this, Suri? Because this one is a powerful book. People loved this book. So I say that to say I'm going to set up a corporation for this, and it's going to raise capital simply by the surety bonds and adding value to it as an intellectual property. In case you were thinking, this is not one of those guidebooks on online that has just 2 pages or 5 pages, and I'm joking. This actually has 278 pages. So this is it's a novel. It's a full-length novel. It's the same size as any of Donald Westlake's books or Sidney Sheldon's books, but you said you haven't read it, but you have 7 books, Setting Up Corporations. Oh, okay. Okay. You said a ridiculous gem. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. So I'm going to set up a surety bonds for each. And then what I'm going to do is, each corporation will be credible. So literally I can take that corporation and go pull down, a line of credit. And with that line of credit, I won't just immediately go spend the $500,000. What I'll do is I'll use that credit to buy more credit. And so, it's pretty deep, because with all of the books, they will actually create a ecosystem. And so the ecosystem where every company makes another company credible and affirms another company. So one company will be the holding company, and you can take out loans from one company. It's so deep on so many levels. But I'm simply saying that that's how you get your films done, because now you can go ahead and, if you have $500,000, why wouldn't you go ahead and spend 50 to 100 to create a pilot or a series that you can just present to Netflix? You wouldn't even have to go ask them or beg them to put it on their platform, because you're funded and you're legitimate, and you're coming to Netflix for a business proposition, or you don't need to ask permission to get on Amazon. Amazon is easy, because I don't know if you've seen some of the titles and concepts on Amazon. Some of them, you're like, how the hell did you make a movie, and why? But I'm simply saying that I want to fund my own, because I already know what I've got in my hands, and I intend to leave generational wealth behind. So this is one of those books. So yeah, that I appreciate your 2 cents. I think it's genius to and why not intellectual property. And then guess what? When you connect the surety bonds to your books, now your company, and you could put you could put any value on it, but now your company is worth way more than it was originally. So that's what, and then guess what? You can sell that company to another company that you own. And now and you can literally sell all your companies, or you can sell not the whole company, but you could sell shares to another company. And all of those companies, I got dozens of books, so why wouldn't I have all these companies give all their shares to one holding company, and that one holding company now is magnanimous, and literally powerful financially and otherwise. And that's what I'm in this for. I'm in this for like the big bucks that Matty Rich and Spike Lee didn't have access to. The bucks that these film budgets you shouldn't struggle to make films off of something that's proven and that has a fan base. It's not necessary today. Get the bag. Should be my middle name. Relentless Get the Bag Aaron. So that's what I'm here for. I'm gonna leave the legacy and let the films and finance the films correctly. Get the right actors, the right this, the right that. I already got the right director, Bill Duke, and then let the business run on its own, and hire the right talent so that it grows on its own. It's not Struggle University anymore. That's so yesterday. Tomorrow is getting this grant money. And so that's why I'm trying to get Philip on there. Hold on, let me call him one more time. Hold on, guys, on Clubhouse. I see you. Hey, I see you, Yanira and Susan and everybody else. Hold tight. Come on, Phil. What happened, bro? I love when people pick up my FaceTime. It's like I'm so important. Everybody's important. That's the thing, man. If somebody's on a call, your FaceTime is immediately going to shut down. So maybe let's see what's up. Oh, give me a minute. Just got inside. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Just got inside. Okay. So, appreciate you guys on Instagram. Appreciate you guys on Clubhouse. Hey, Kay, I'm going through profiles now. Watch out. Senegalese. Okay, you're a nurse. Well, thank you for your service. We appreciate you, KD. Thank you so much. Yuri, I think I saw your profile before. nonprofit founder of a future superhero and friends. We appreciate you, Yuri, and the community work you're doing. Scott, hey Scott Tesla. Not Tesla. Why couldn't your name be Tesla? Look, Scott knows print on demand. Someone was just asking me about print on demand. Dr. Monica, there it is there. Was it Dr. Monica or was it the other woman that was asking about print on demand?
No, it's Carolyn.
Carolyn,
and I
see
think
that?
She must have left.
See that? We could have connected them because I think Scott might be a professional in print on demand. So, or at least he's very knowledgeable of the same. Chancey, appreciate you, my friend. You help healthcare professionals get approved for high-end purchases such as cars, vehicles, health limit credit cards, etc. Okay, well, thank you so much, Mr. Griffin, for the work that you're doing with our healthcare workers. Sheila, I know I saw you on IG. You just everywhere, Sheila. You just here, there, and everywhere. Let me find out. Yes, Saria, there's so much more to share with you. That you know, there's no reason why you can't be winning out here. I think you just need the information, and I have so much information, and literally, I want to sit and I think I'm going to do a Zoom with a close 10 people and really show them how to move in these streets. I really want to get these things done. Okay, I think let's see. So, you were saying human healer, optimist, activist, board member. Okay, well, you're an actor too? Okay, well, shoot. Go on, girl, with your bad self. You saw it. It's money calling. I'm here to make connections professionally and personally. Okay, well, I hear you, Sheila, and I appreciate you. Let me turn on the lights outside while I'm sitting here waiting on Philip. I'm pretty sure he's going to come on, guys. Thank you for your patience. We want to bring plugs on here, so if, one goes down, why should we all go down, I don't think that's going to be a thing. I think there's always my plugs are my plugs, and they're out here. Wahida, hey Wahida, how you doing? Wahida's a plug too. She's plugging in a lot of other ways, but that's what we're talking about, resources. And between us all, we all know somebody that knows something that can help somebody else. So each one teach one. You feel me? You feel me? All right, come on, Philip. Come on, Philip. Okay. So he said he's coming shortly. I know a lot of people have questions about the PPP and the EIDL, and it's time to get it. It's time to get it. This is my guy. So he can answer some questions. So, because you guys have hit me with the questions, and what I do is I was telling you, like, I let the auto mechanic do the auto mechanic work. I let the whoever is skilled in a certain area, I want them to handle that. Let them do the heavy lifting. I'm the talent side. I write the books. That's where I want to be. But I love being an entrepreneur. But at the end of and helping people. But at the end of the day, I think entrepreneur is just a title. I think the bigger title for me is that I'm resourceful. I think that's the way better. I think on my tombstone it's going to say he was resourceful. In fact, I'm sure of it. If there is a tombstone, if they don't just throw me in the river. The name of the room on Clubhouse is look up for grants. It's called Get Your 100K Grant. That's what it is. That's me on, and also, Let me see if Wahida will come on and say hi since she's here. Let me see. I just requested you, Sarita. So is it? And Wahida, Wahida, where you at, Wahida? We haven't talked in a minute. I hope I'm helping people though. Like she said, that was a huge blessing. I hope we're helping people. That's what we want to do. Want to also, like, I just wish people were about that. When I found some of the right people. I really did. I don't want to put it out there that I didn't find people. I definitely think I found the right people. Hey Wahida, I'm trying to request you to see if you'll come and say hi. Oh shoot, I guess I did. Let's see what happens. We haven't talked on IG. We never did that. Actually, real quick, I came on your live stream, but I don't think we did like the brother sister thing, which we should do. Wahida's got a book series, the whole Thug series. She's doing her thing, but in so many other ways that we don't even probably know all of the jewels that what Miss Wahida is. Hey, Darlene, how are you? Miss Wahida is doing. Darlene is a beast in the workout. I love that she's always doing the workouts. That's awesome. How you're doing that and you're so consistent. But she also relentlessly resourceful. Thank you, Dr. Olivia. And Darlene's son is a brilliant young man. What is he? Is he still boxing, Darlene? Okay, well, Wahid is unable to join us. Let's see what my friend is up to. Let's see. Hold tight, guys. Oh, maybe this is him. Hey, Alicia, how are you? I'm looking for Philip on Clubhouse. He should be coming up shortly. He said hold tight, so I'm holding tight. So I don't, but anyway, if you guys want to come say hi, I'm open to the conversation. I'm still waiting for Philip. Struggle University. Oh, this is you. Hey, Sheila, I see you. What's up, Sheila?
Hi.
Am I saying the name right?
It's Shyla. No,
Shyla.
It's Shyla.
I knew that. I was just testing.
Right.
How you doing?
Well, I'm doing good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm awesome, except for some people MIA right now, right?
Yeah,
Well, I tell you.
it's okay. It happens. You're trying to get us the information.
Thank you
but
so
you're
much.
providing a lot of so much useful information to us. And the reason I raised my hand, I wanted to ask you a couple of things, actually. When you were talking about your books, I heard you saying that you are going to be, or you have put each of them into their own corporation. Are you doing those as C Corps, and do you have like a shell corporation that all the other ones fall under, or are you doing them as standalones?
Right. So I'm going to set it up like a tree, and set up each one as a LLC and some as a C Corp. But no, that's the truck. Can you find Pops and have him? No, he already took care of it. Anyway, I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to set up. It's going to be strategically done. And as much as I know a lot about it, I don't know all about it. You understand? So, but it is going to be set up as a tree or a pyramid, with each one serving a certain cause. So, for instance, Triple Threat, I just showed you that book, and that initiative may also have a marketing arm. And that could be my marketing agency, if that makes sense. So there'll be a corporation and there'll be a book, but also there'll be a business initiative behind it. So a marketing company called Triple Threat, it will have other clients. It will make money on its own, but the spearheading of that will be the movie, the books, the other books that'll come as a result of the one book, turning into other books. I'm not sure if you're familiar, like some authors out there have other authors writing under their name. Yes?
Okay.
So John Grisham has that now, and Dick Wolf, and there's just a lot of authors now. They have even James Patterson. He's got other authors that write under his name. And so that's what I'll also be doing. So I'm gonna have my hit books are gonna branch out into other books. That's my point. And so Triple Threat will be one blueprint, one company that's gonna branch out into other books and other allegiances underneath that branch. But all of those branches will be under another, like a C Corp. You understand? And so, but also, having these different corporations will be able to finance one another and share in the resources amongst one another. And one will also affirm, like they say, authorized users for personal credit. You can have one company can be an authorized user for another company. So like if one company is worth $500,000 or $1 million, it can literally take a promissory note from another company that, okay, this company owes me $1 million, and register that promissory note as a loan or what have you, right? And literally can add value in that interaction. Even not even just the promissory note, but saying it's been satisfied. So do you understand that by the promissory note?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's like, just for other people who don't know, I could say to Shyla, because I know you. Okay, Shyla, give me a promissory note for $100,000. Okay. And so you give me a promissory note. That means you owe me $100,000. But our communication on the surface or or between us is like, look, we're trying to use this to build resources amongst one another. You got a driver at the door, and so you give me a promissory note for $100,000, which means in theory you owe me $100,000. But when you did that, you also lent me $100,000 in resources. So now my company has an additional $100,000 in resources, if that makes sense. Simply by that note has value. Do you understand? That note has value, and now my company owns that note. And so my company has $100,000 more value than it did yesterday, just by you and I having a relationship. But it should be business relationship, which means it's your LLC, it's my LLC, it's all registered, everything is legitimate and filed. So when it's filed with the state, that that this is a legitimate business interaction. Now that will be reported to the credit reporting bureaus relating to business. And so now that valuation goes up for my company because we have and that's another thing with a sweat equity agreement. Like every company should have a sweat equity agreement with their employees. So if you own the company and you are the sole provider or the sole proprietor, you need to have a sweat equity agreement with your corporation, at least for a couple of $100,000, but even as much as $250,000. If you are the main cook bottle washer for your business and you're not getting paid and you're not taking down any kind of salary every week or whatever, then somehow there's got to be some value in that. And the way to do that value is to have a sweat equity agreement with your corporation, filing that sweat equity agreement. And there's a UCC code for that, but filing a sweat equity agreement, and that immediately gives value to your company because you're giving $250,000 worth of value to your company by your sweat equity. That's a real thing. So what if you had a family, like your son or your sister, and you got sweat equity agreements from all 4 people and yourself? That's 5 people saying, okay, I'm giving $250,000 of my time, and that's all subjective. Time is what you put on it. So they could be just having a conversation. You could be sitting down once a week for family dinner, and in that family dinner having a business discussion, and that's their contribution to your company.
Yes.
So essentially, all of those sweat equity agreements are filed, and now that just gave your company $1 million valuation. And now guess what? Now with that being filed, all the business recording agencies like Dun & Bradstreet and Experian, etc., and now they're picking up that information just like they do when they clean the pool. They put the net in the pool and they clean up the leaves out of the pool. Well, guess what? That's what they do. That's what these companies do. The data processors, that's what they do. They pick up all this data that's laying around in the pool from businesses to see who's got the money, where the money reside, right? And so what happens is that helps them sell the same information to their lists of businesses that subscribe to them. So Dun & Bradstreet is a data furnisher, and they maintain data on companies that pay their bills and companies that do business out here in the world. And they're one of the first movers to do it. So they're like, the grandfather, the granddaddy of data furnishers as it relates to businesses. So once you file these sweat equity agreements, they're going to get that information, and they're going to add that to your docket, your folder, your file for your business. And once they do, guess what? They sell that information to other businesses that buy information from Dun & Bradstreet. Why do they buy? The banks buy, number one, because they want customers, and they want to see what businesses can afford their services. And so when these banks, they buy the information from Dun & Brad, Dun & Brad sells it. That's like a normal thing, normal information. It's just like when you go to Google, you see ads, they pop out of nowhere. You don't know why. So I'm simply saying that Dun & Bradstreet does the same thing with banks. And I'm still waiting for Philip, by the way. And also when they do that, now guess what? These banks and these companies, they make offers to you. They make offers to your company, right? And so because they see you're a potential candidate, and now they make these offers, and you decide what you want to take as an offer. You want to take a business credit card, take a business credit card. You want to take a car, take a car. You want to, there's all kinds of businesses out there. That's what they do. They buy business. Every time I open my mail, let me get my mail. This is today's mail. Today's mail. Here's one. Wayfair. Wayfair is selling furniture. They're a big multi-million-dollar corporation. They sent an advertisement to me at my company, which is here at the Bed and Breakfast, because they buy my information from Dun & Bradstreet. And I throw away a lot of this stuff because I'm not like, we get all these brochures. If you get 100 brochures, how much business do you do with those 100 brochures? If I do business with one of them, they're lucky, right? Mostly it's going to be, if I do business with one of them, they're lucky. So I throw away a lot of brochures. But I'm saying that because my information is out there, my company is listed, and people buy this information. They do it in your personal credit, and they do it in your business credit. So So hopefully that was helpful, the information.
Oh yes, very helpful. I almost forgot what my second question was because like this was so like full
Thank you.
of gems. Like I'm taking notes.
Thank you.
So the other question pertained to what service you use for your Amazon mailings. You mentioned that you print the label.
Oh, so when I print the labels, good point. I'm here at my laptop. So one of the websites that I use to print labels, to print mailing labels, is Encart. Let me hear. I have it on I have the tab is open now. It's called Endicia, ENDICIA, EN as in Nancy, DICIA. And Endicia, if you Google that, and you'll be able to see their stamp program. You understand?
Okay. Yes.
So it's not at Amazon. Amazon, I make the sale, but then what I do is I copy and paste. I copy the address where I'm sending the product or the book, and I copy it and I paste it in Endicia. And Endicia is where I can print out the labels, so that when the mail lady comes. And by the way, you print it on regular paper? Excuse me, you print it on regular paper, or you print it on adhesive paper? Sticky paper.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you so very much.
Great question. So, so Sheila, I see the interactivity going on with Sayuri, and I appreciate all of that. That's why I did this, to do the multiple platforms, because it's all good. It's all good. It's all transparent, and it's all good. I'm gonna try fill it one more time. Hold tight. Oh God. Maybe maybe because I was doing FaceTime, he was trying to get himself visibly ready. Let's see what's up. So I talk to Philip all the time, because we're trying to get folks this money. I couldn't ping you into the room because we don't follow each other. Okay. I don't know. Oh, she was looking for the link to come into the room. Is that what it was? If you look for grant, $100,000 grant, I should be in your hallway, or you should be following me. You could also follow me on Clubhouse, Relentless Aaron, and it'll put my group, my current club that this is. They'll put it in the hallway for you, so you'll be able to chime in there. So, any other questions while we're trying to figure out what's going on with Philip? We're talking about getting grant money. We're talking about revenue streams for your business. We're talking about business credit. All the things that I know. We even talked about a little book publishing. Always trying to give information and drop jewels for people to learn and evolve and increase in their business and in your life. In the background, we're cooking here at the Relentless House, as well as it's time for me to get my workout on. And hey, I hear you. What's up, Dr. Monica? Oh, did you come off mute accidentally? Let me find out Dr. Monica is sleeping. Did you come off mute accidentally, Dr. Monica?
Oh, I must have. I'm sorry.
No problem. So you folks out there in down below, if you would like to come up, tell us about your business, or what interests you in, getting a grant in the first place, and how can I drop some nuggets for you? Hopefully, a lot of the stuff that you learned this evening is helpful. And I see Scott is hanging in here. Scott, I want to know more about your print-on-demand business out of San Diego. And who else? This Yuri. Yuri, we talked earlier, or I connected with you. So anyway, let's see. But it's cool. No, it's cool if you're down there and you're just listening in. That is so cool, because I do that in a lot of rooms. I'm just chilling. I just listen and I'm working. I'll be cooking while I'm listening, and listening while I'm cooking, and all of that. So it's all good. And once again, I'm sorry about the Grant Bay. I'm gonna stop bothering her. She's like, apparently there's a storm down in Florida, so I get that. And by the way, while I'm talking to you, I'll turn down to my phone and I'll see that a book sold, or someone wants a mattress that I'm selling. So I have a mattress for sale, $39. It's a like new Sleepy's memory foam. It's a dope mattress. It shouldn't be selling for that, because I bought it within the last year, and it's been used seldom, not on an every night thing, and came in a box. So it's like one of those ones that expands, and I think it cost like $600. Yeah, cost $600. Maybe it was three. Maybe it was three or four. Anyway, long story short, I have one left. I'm selling it, so it's not necessarily a big cut, but I got my use out of it on one hand, and then also now it's ready to go. So anyway, so these are the things that I'm doing even while I'm having these conversations with you, multitasking.
I have another question.
Who's that asking? Oh, okay. What's up, Shyla?
Do you have any
Shyla, did you tell us
resources?
Did you tell us who you were and where you are from? Or you said did you tell us? Did I miss that?
No, I didn't actually.
Please, pray tell.
So I'm originally from Ohio. I lived in Charlotte. I've lived in Los Angeles, and I go back and forth until last year. But I have always been entrepreneurial minded and things of that nature, but kind of got away from it for a while, and I am now looking into re-entering. I have several different ideas, and the question that I also want to do, not just for profit, but I am interested in starting a nonprofit as well. And so that's why I just wanted to know if you had any information on nonprofits or had resources to people that had information, or like any books you may have read or anything like that.
So I do have a plug for the nonprofit, and she's not on now, but she was on the other day, and I can definitely plug. I'm not going to talk about something that I don't know. So I'm not familiar with the whole nonprofit arena, but I have a plug for you. And she's a brilliant woman, and she actually trains you in that regard as well.
Relentless, you're muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I was saying I have a plug for the nonprofit, and I want to get you her information. I wouldn't speak on something that I don't know,
Right. Okay. Thank you.
For sure. And she's good at what she does too. So what is up, Show Shine? So guys, in the background, we have Show Shine. He's on IG right now. He's an amazing singer. He sang with Kool and the Gang for many years, traveled the world, and he's out in Jersey, right? Jersey, from Philly originally. And he's a master flipper too, so he's resourceful like me. He's a master flipper. Like, I don't even have nothing on this dude. He'll go and clean out an entire mansion, and before you know it, you know what I mean, he's caking the next day. So what's going on, my brother?
Oh, not much.
Hold on, let me turn your volume up. Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said, I just seen she was on. I had to stop by and holler. That's.
Oh, I hear you. Usually calling, you usually hit me when you're eating a big expensive dinner. So he just came through to say hi. That's one of my good friends. I've known him forever.
Yeah, I'm back, bro. I don't know what happened. That was crazy.
No, it's cool. So,
Yeah.
what? So you, he's got a thrift store, right? But it's a thrift store.
Got a thrift and antique store. Yeah, online store, all of that. Yeah, we working on some other stuff too, man.
I know you are. I know you are. So, also, what's the wildest item that you sold at the thrift store?
Oh man, we got this. We had this $20,000 dining room set. Had table and chairs and buffet and all of that. It was priced at $20,000. We got 10 for it. You know.
What? What? I'm in the wrong business. I'm doing business. He's doing business. You know, this dude's holding money up to his ear talking about what you say, Jay-Z. Oh my God! And wait a minute. Hold up. Now you ain't heard the half, guys. Wait a minute. Where did you get the furniture? Please tell.
All right. You get paid to take this stuff away. House clean out, so you get paid to take it away. So I took it away and then I priced it and sold it again. I mean, I got paid to take it away. People moving, they gotta go, and they need somebody to do the job. That's it.
So wait a minute, y'all. I don't know if you heard what the man said. He got the furniture for free. That's what he got it for free. Free 99, right? He got for free 99, and he found out the value of the furniture was 20 G's, and then he priced it. Well, you know, somebody haggled, and they got it for 10. So while they thought they were getting a $10,000 discount, actually what had happened was the money fell out of the sky. That's basically. Yo, what was the celebration like that night?
Oh man, it was crazy because see, the whole thing is like when you get it like that, it's like you're like, whoa, thank you, Lord. You know, that's all you can say. I mean, because you know the gifts keep coming. You just gotta be, you know.
You gotta be in the game.
Gotta be relentless, you know. And you gotta keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta go after it. It's there. It's a whole bunch of free money. It is. It's a whole bunch of free money.
Man,
everywhere.
from books, guys, to furniture, to hubcaps, to daggone wheels, 17-inch wheel, 32-inch wheels, whatever.
Right.
To, like he's saying, record albums. Right. It could be a classic antique record album that somebody, you know. Man, that's big. That's big, Showshine. So you could find Showshine on IG at it's Showshine. It's Tony Showshine Gilmore. So Tony Showshine Gilmore. I'm gonna make sure I post. What I'll do is I'll post one of his posts from his. But let me tell you something about your Instagram, bro.
Yeah.
Well, you're on Instagram now, so I think things are cleared up. But there was a moment this week I couldn't get on your IG.
Really?
Yeah, man. I don't know what was going on. Let me see. Let me get on there now. Now I'm on there. Now you got two posts.
Yeah, I ain't been on there, man.
Oh, so you cleaned up. All right.
Yeah.
So something's going on March 20th. Is that over?
Yeah. We did that already. That was over.
See, that's what happens, folks, when you big, right?
Well, that was right before my birthday. That was the celebration.
See, folks, that's what happened when you big. You don't really have to get on IG because, you know, you making 10 G's every now and then. You know what I mean? It's like, you feel me what I'm saying? You feel me? This guy here, man, he done, like, I want to get out the book business now. Follow him. This is crazy. I appreciate you, man. Oh, man, you are the man.
Always, man.
You my inspiration.
Hey, same here, man. You know, you You always been in my corner. I appreciate you. Love you, man. You know that.
Love you back, bro. So we're on Facebook, on IG, and Clubhouse. So you're streaming on 3 platforms right now. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna post one of your songs up on my IG tonight, so that
Yeah,
more
new
people.
music coming, man. New music coming. I'm in the studio as we speak, bro. I mean, new music is coming.
Okay.
Fire for you. Coming soon, bro.
All right. Hopefully, I'll be able to do some video with you soon, because
Yeah.
I'm gonna post that music video. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna post that music video. Is the bomb, boy.
Right.
That one we did. Oh man.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh damn! Every music video, as a matter of fact, we did is the bomb. I'm sorry, I got that twisted.
Right.
All right, man. So we'll kick it soon. All right.
All right, yeah, definitely. Thanks for having me on, man.
All right.
I'll talk to you soon.
One love, peace.
One love. Peace out, everybody.
Yeah. That's Shoshan. That's my man, Shoshan, in the house. Who was that wanted to come on up? Butler. What's up, Butler? AB. Let me bring him up real quick. I see. I'm still waiting on Philip to come up. Hey, what's up, AB? Couldn't bring you on. I'm on the Samsung, and they only allow on the Samsung they only allowing one person. They're not doing it like the iPhone. You could bring up 4 people. Did you know that?
When I brought you up, we was on my Samsung, champ. You must got an old Samsung, champ. That's what it is. You got one of Obama's Samsung joints.
I have the what is this? This is the
You must got the 2.5.
the Galaxy Pro.
You got the Galaxy 2.
It's called the Galaxy Pro. I have to look that up and see what the issue is. So how's everything?
Everything good, bro. Just chilling, man.
All right.
Yeah, sitting here.
So AB's working in the entertainment industry, well, he's doing a lot of. He's being resourceful.
No. I work with some good people. You know what I mean? I don't even want to call it the industry, because the industry is nothing but no disrespect.
Yeah, hype, smoke and mirrors.
You know what I mean? It's a question. Look how I'm going.
Question mark. Question mark. Yeah, I hear you.
That's the question mark. That's the industry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I should say AB is very resourceful. He's a resourceful individual, and he's doing his thing. I see. Hold on, AB. I had a lady here. I don't want to jump the line. I have a lady here. K Patrice. She had a question. Hold on a second. Hey, K Patrice Williams. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump over you.
No, you weren't. I was you made announcements to come and say hi, and I wanted to do that. I love the vibe of your room. I lived in Brooklyn for quite a few years, and you kind of have a Brooklyn vibe, and I was like, I'm gonna go say hi.
Oh, okay. That's all those days I spent in front of juniors selling my books.
Yeah, I used to live around the corner from there.
Oh wow, yeah, and Flatbush and Atlantic Avenue, just running, man, ducking bullets. That's all I'm doing. That's all I was doing in Brooklyn.
Yeah. I was in Fort
Did she live in the new Brooklyn?
He says, you live in Brooklyn now?
No, that was 15 years ago.
Oh, okay.
I've been in.
That's still considered the new Brooklyn.
So where do you live now?
I moved from Brooklyn to California. So I've been. I mean, it's not 15 years. It's 20 years.
20 years. What part of California?
Northern California.
Okay. It never rains in Southern California. So is it raining in Northern California?
It never snow in Northern California.
Huh?
No. Go ahead.
It rains, but I tell you, it is gorgeous. When I moved from Brooklyn to here, I immediately gave away my heavy coats and all that, and have not worn one since. The weather is
amazing. Okay.
All year round. Yeah, all year round.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I was drawn into your room surrounding the 100K grant.
Yes.
And I already did get the EIDL. I did get the PPP.
Okay.
But I have a transitional home that I want to expand. So I'm waiting for it to go into the nonprofit. I'm waiting for my nonprofit status for that. And my dream is to multiply.
Okay.
The home.
So Grant Bay is pulling down $250,000 for people that are in real estate, trucking, or healthcare. So I'm going to make sure and this is for anybody that's wanting that information, I'm going to inbox you with the details so that you can contact her and get a consultation with her. Because I don't know if you're familiar, but Goldman Sachs is green-lighted $10 billion over the next 10 years to help women of color with their business initiatives. So I'm going to make sure that you have the grant, but you just need a grant writer. That's all. You just need a grant writer.
Yeah, I need a grant writer. And interestingly enough, I didn't realize she was coming to the room. I just, I did talk to someone on her team, and I downloaded their contract.
Okay.
And I have some. Well, I have a law degree, so.
So you're already in. Oh, go ahead, girl. Go ahead with the law. With your law degree, I love it.
Well, I'll say one thing. I can pick a part of contract.
I love it.
So I have some questions.
Okay.
So, so that's really cool that you're looking for her to come into the room.
Okay.
And by the way, that information you dropped about sweat equity.
Yes.
That was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for that.
That's what we're trying to do. I'm trying to see people get better and increase, raise the value in terms of their companies and get to the bag at the end of the day. I think that we have a lot of talented people out there, and I'm going to speak for myself. If I had more resources earlier on, I could have moved further faster. Yeah. And we're only here for a finite amount of time. We only got a certain amount of time on this planet. But I don't want to be buried with my ideas. I want my ideas to become profitable, and they're rolling so that I can leave a legacy to my kids. That's why I'm here to share with you as well and everybody else. So for sure.
Well, thank you for that, because that was absolutely a gem. That was that's elevated conversation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
Okay, so Sayuri, is it Sayuri?
Yes.
What's up? How are you? Did I say your name right?
Man, yes, you did. I think I went through every Clubhouse room to find this room from IG because my phone was dying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's why I couldn't go, and I was also bathing my kids. But the reason I got on stage, like you really was blessing me, and I went on your bio, and you have no Cash App, you have nothing but your IG. I'm like, okay. Anyway, I need you to put that on there. But I wanted to get on stage and ask you about the Zoom that you mentioned, because I'm trying to be on the Zoom.
Okay.
Whenever that's happening.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna set that up. What
do I need to do?
Oh, thank you so much. Just DM me and I'll make sure I get you on there. I'm going to have a Zoom for at least 10 so that everybody, it'll be transparent and honest. Y'all could hold me accountable. And I'm going to have, when I do it, I'm going to have my diagrams so that you could easily see what I'm talking about. And I could show you receipts. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking about from creating residual income, multiple streams, to building business credit, to everything that I've done for myself and my company. I want to see other people get the same blessings because it feels good to help other people at the end of the day, just from my heart. I'm in a different lane now. After my dad passed, I'm just in a different lane. That's where I'm at right now. I just want to see people get it. I'm going to get mine. I've been getting mine, but I want to see other people get it. And it's going to take levels. You feel me? It's going to take levels, business, got to have an EIN. You got to have you have to have a LLC. You have to have a business bank account. You have to have a business phone number. You have to have an address. All of those things are important. And go ahead and get a Dun & Bradstreet number. All of that doesn't cost anything except the LLC. That's going to cost you something. And somebody, I think Kay Patrice will tell you about the LLC, because she's, she says she'll pick apart a contract, right? But I'm simply saying that these are the things that are necessary in order for you to even get to a level where you can get business credit, and business credit just helps you to leverage your personal credit, and things like that. So it's just deep. And then also a lot of these things that I said having in place helps you to get the grant, because they see you're in business for real. You're not just talking about it. Even the EIDL and the PPP, they gave it to people that had those things in place. Those are what we call controls. So controls.
And I got all of that. Like,
okay.
I have all of that. I just don't have a Dun & Bradstreet number. I have every single
But
thing.
you don't need that for the grants.
That's crazy. Like, I just need, like, I'm doing a lot by myself and on my own, and it's just taking too much time. So
Okay. So feel me on this. You don't need the DUNS number to get the grants. That's number one. But number two, you didn't even need the DUNS number to get the EIDL or the PPP. And number three, you sound younger than me. So
I'm probably younger than you.
So that said, you got all the time in the world, young lady, because right now I'm in the third quarter of my life. You feel me? I lived through the first and second quarter. I'm in the third quarter of my life, and so I'm simply saying that to say sound like you in the second quarter. You're doing pretty damn good. And you're smiling and you're laughing. There's a lot of people ain't smiling and laughing, and they not breathing either. You are in a great position. Don't think what was it I heard? The best time to build your big business is 5 years ago. The next best time is right now. You know what I mean? So you're not falling far behind. You are fine. Actually, how long ago did you set up your LLC?
That was like 3 or 4 years ago.
Bang. Guess what? You're already big because you're seasoned. So seasoning means you ever go to somewhere like a bank or whatever, they always ask you, how long you been in business? Have you been in business 2 years or more? Have you been in business 3 years or more?
I just never tried. I just.
That's fine.
I'm a street person.
Guess what?
Yeah,
that means you were bootstrapping, right? That's what a lot of us, we were bootstrapping. We are doing what we know the best we can with what we had. I'm not holding you like that. That's not a negative. You feel me? That's not a negative. You are already ahead of the game because you got those things in place that we talked about. So now what you need probably to get on the Zoom when we do the Zoom so that I can show you the tiers and the thresholds, just how to get from one to the next. Like I need, and it's not even to this point. I can even get. It's not even just building trade lines. That's not what we're talking about. Trade lines are important. That'll help you to build your business credit. But there's some other hacks, like I was telling you earlier about the sweat equity agreement, right? And there's some other stuff that's really big, like the book that you have. Is that your book or guidebook that you have in your
Yeah, that's one of them.
So that needs to be insured. See that once you have to add a value to that. And so what you want to do is you want to get an surety bond to bond because that's an intellectual property. That's worth a lot of money. So once you get that intellectual property, you're going to file that with the state. And now that value is going to be added to your company. You understand? So there's levels to this, and you're already, and look at, you got a book too. One of a few you just said. You over here flexing. Go ahead, girl. so there's no negatives here. You're doing just fine. One thing I want to try to impose on folks is let's change the narrative, because a lot of folks haven't been getting into, they don't want to get into the EIDL and the PPP because they maybe they didn't file taxes, or maybe they didn't do this or they didn't do that. Guess what? This money that they're giving away they need to get it back into the economy somehow, because this nation is broken. There's a lot of people out of work, and businesses have shut down, and restaurants have shut down. The entire entertainment industry shut down. Stages where they have plays and Broadway. You understand? So I'm saying that they need to put money back into the economy to get healthy again. That's why they gave the stimmies out to the people, because the people are going to spend that money at the grocery stores, right? And they're going to spend it on their car notes, and they're going to spend it on their rent. And you know that did you have anybody happen to pass away from COVID in the family? Well, do you know that they're giving a $9,000 grant to the family? All you got to do is have certain things in place, and you can get $9,000 to help with those. Even if you paid for it and you got the receipts and all the stuff, you're gonna get $9,000.
Wow.
So that's just something like you didn't even know that. And all this is, a lot of this is just us being receptive, having our receptors up to the information that's out here. There's a lot of money out here, and I'm not just focused on the money. Don't get me wrong, but I know that that's right up there with air and water, right? You gotta have money. So so for sure, I'm gonna set up a Zoom. I want to have, when I do it, I'm gonna have these professionals on with me, so that when they speak, you'll be able to ask them questions. I'll have diagrams, everything necessary. It's not gonna be like no long, drawn out university. You feel what I'm saying? But it's gonna be helpful to people, because that's what I do. I want to help people.
Well, I appreciate that so much. And I want to say shout out to Pharaoh, my boy next to me.
Okay.
Go ahead and mute myself. Thank you so much. And I already inboxed you. Sent you a DM, so thank you.
Thank you so much. Hey, what's up, Pharaoh?
Hey, Super Saturday, what's pop?
Everything's good, man. So we were talking about business and everything. We went all over the place. So did you have a question?
I'm curious, just like Sahiri, in terms of the
grant. So Grant Bay popped. Actually, she popped in yesterday right quick, and today she's in Florida, and there's a storm down there, and so she couldn't get a signal. But if you DM me, I'll definitely share the information with you so you can talk to her directly. She has a program where she's helping folks get at least 25 grand, by the way. Even if you set up your business today, you can get at least 25 grand. And at most, she's gotten client 300 grand. She's gotten over $15 million in grant funding for business owners. And so she's one of the goats in the game. I'm not saying she's the only goat, but she's got 25 grant writers that work with her, and they make sure that you get the money. And so that's what this whole room was set up to help people get the money.
Copy that. I'm all about that. I did get the EIDL last year. I didn't apply for the PPP the first round because I really didn't have the information. But I did get it the second round as a sole proprietor. I was approved. I was kind of confused because I was approved for my business for the PPP. And that I was approved. I had a thing, and then they said something was going on in terms of the funding, but I think I was in between when Joe Biden changed the criteria, or he made it more accessible as far as your gross receipts as opposed to net.
Okay.
So I got caught up in that way, but I'm still waiting on an approval. But
okay.
I'm all in, so I'm definitely gonna DM you, and I greatly appreciate you sharing the information.
Yeah. So I think it's crazy the mentality that we have, and mixed with the realities of government and how they're spending this money. Yeah, I think some people have got caught up in the red tape, but then there's a lot of people that have benefited from the red tape. And I only just learned last week that the EIDL, rather the PPP, is nothing but a loan a grant disguised as a loan. So in other words, it's called a loan, but it's forgivable, Right.
Correct.
So but it's forgivable once you make that request after you get it. So it's crazy because, you know, it's almost like screwing with our minds, but it's real. It's something that's happening. So I have a guy who his name's Philip, and I'm wondering, I'm looking to see if he came in the room, because he's gotten me my PPP, or at least my approval just came through. So I want to get him in the room so he can, if you have any questions, you could also ask him. So here, let's see if he'll come in. So yeah, for sure, I'm a believer. When that EIDL hit my bank account last year, I was a believer. You know what I mean? This is very real. What's going on with this money? And so, go ahead.
Right. I never deal with. I'm like Sahiri. Like we from the streets. Like we in Atlanta. We in a different industry. I never knew, but I did know when I did my research and I read. I said, I'm about to get this bread straight up. But what really was puzzling and sad, what you said about the mentality, it was so many people that I knew who was scared to get the money.
Right.
Didn't want to. I'm like, bruh, it's free bread. They was like, man, I don't know. And
the man is going to come get me.
Yes. And it was sad. I had one friend, he was approved for $10,000 for the EIDL. He only took $2,000.
Wow. And they're forgiving that money. 10 grand is forgivable.
And then he came back months later and said, you think I can get some more money? I said, bro.
Well, he can. That's the good news. He definitely can. If you only took 2 and they offered you 10, they definitely, you can close the gap. Just go ahead and get it. Because, again, it's like you say, this is reparations, bro. This is straight up reparations. And it's not even like the people, like, okay, so they're giving out stimulus money, and that money was very short, small money, right? But when they started giving businesses, I have friends that had gotten over 100,000. I have friends that had gotten 20, 28 grand and 50s, and just like a lot of money. When I realized that they were giving this money out like this, I realized that what they were doing is putting this money back into the community. And it needs it, because as you see, as we all see, we've been hit hard this year. But if you're in line with your LLC and all this other information, you qualify for this money. They're even doing free rent for the year for a lot of communities. I know they're doing it in Fulton County where I live. And you have to go to your local government, your local county, and look that up, because it's all subjective to where you're at. But the government and the whole stimulus plan and everything, that has that built in. So you need to check on that as well. All of you that are in the room, if that's a thing for you, if it's something that you're interested in checking into. I told you all about. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Pharaoh. What were you saying? Pharaoh, did you have something else that you wanted to?
No, that was somebody else said something. That wasn't me.
Oh, okay. So Pharaoh, where are you from, by the way, and what's your business?
I tell people I'm from New Atlanta. They be like, what's that? I tell them it's a blend of New Orleans, Miami, and Atlanta. But I'm in the A-Town. I do TV and film. We have a movie coming out on the 26th of April called Unapologetically Black. But yeah, AD, produce, and I also do one of my gifts that I use to help people get bread. I teach and coach people how to win the lottery. Cash 3, Cash 4, and my specialty Keno. So that's it.
So so are you talking about full length film?
It's 11 minutes.
So question, I see, I said, hold on a minute. I'm see this message that came in from Doc. Hold on just a minute. 11 minutes. So, 11 minutes. Did you see the new film that they put out on Netflix called Two Different Strangers?
No, I have not.
It's a 30 minute.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 30 minute. It's pretty dope. Very important film very important to watch. You want to check that out. But you said the most you've done is a 10-minute.
No, this one is 11 minutes.
Oh, 11 minutes. So, did you do it for a client or your own content?
It was a client. It was for the Virginia Tourism Commission.
Okay, what's that budget like?
Their budget was, I want to say it was $250? The director was in here for a second. I pinged him in here. I want to say it was maybe a little less than 200,000.
Oh, 200,000. So they probably got a grant.
It's for the, they got big bread. They $1 billion. The Tourism Board of Virginia.
Oh, okay.
The governor actually hit up Rita McKinley. She's a black woman who's over the Virginia's for Lovers Commission.
Okay.
And what it is that they want to highlight how black history actually started in Virginia. The first black slaves from Angola.
So that's going to give you some other work too.
Oh, absolutely.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome, man. Well, continued success, and I'm gonna make sure I tap into your IG. I can't follow you on IG because they cut our followers. I think our followers, you're only allowed to follow 7,500 people. So they got me where they got me at 7,505, and I think every time I try to follow more people, it just stays at 7. It's the craziest thing I ever seen.
They did me like that last week. They put me on like Instagram restriction for like a week or something. I couldn't like any post, or it wouldn't let me post. Or,
wow.
I don't know. A lot of crazy stuff recently.
Well, what I did is I'm snapshotting your IG, and I'll save it in my notes because that's what I'm doing. Like, so I want to know other filmmakers out there. So you direct and produce, or what did you do with film? What do you do with film?
Just produce and assistant direct. No directing. I really don't like. I never wanted to direct at all. So.
But you know how to put it all together.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna definitely hold you because I got a few dozen novels, so I want to engage with some other producers and see what we could do together. All right.
All right. I appreciate you.
You got it. Peace, King. All right. What's up, Angel?
Hey fam, how y'all doing today?
Awesome. What's going on in your life?
I'm out here in Atlanta with y'all. Don't know a lot of people. I'm pretty new, like 2 years in. But I've opened up a transitional home as a non-profit for young adults aging out of foster care, runaways, and for those who are sex trafficked between the ages of 18 and 24 years old. I have never, in all the research and stuff that I've been doing for this business and growing it, I've never heard of these grants.
Mm-hmm. Well, have you
into the room because of the title?
Have you
y'all talking about this is easy?
Yep.
Listen, I'm right out here with y'all. I already DM'd you. You and Keno. Listen, I could use some help.
So did you happen to get do you have is it a 501c or you have an LLC or what?
You know what? My 501c is pending.
Okay.
It's pending.
Do you have an LLC?
I do have an LLC.
How long?
I also have a maybe about 6 months in.
Oh, okay. So it was during the pandemic.
Yes.
Okay. So I think it's possible you still may qualify for some PPP on that, but so Philip would have that information. But as far as the grant goes, that's a no-brainer because you're in real estate, really, and so they're giving out grants for as much as $250,000 for if you're in healthcare, trucking, or real estate. So I'm going to definitely respond to you so that you can connect with Grant Bay on that and get some, assistance there.
Property.
Huh?
We need property. You need property. We need homes to operate in. You know, I was looking for, you know, property to be donated to us as a nonprofit. It's a lot of trendy around here in the Metro Atlanta area. But I'm looking for any assistance. I'm willing to learn, follow, copy, paste, whatever it takes, because the work that I'm doing is righteous. The work that I'm doing, it deserves attention. But more importantly, you know, information is a key. If you don't know about it, you can't access it.
Yeah, information is key, Angel. I have a lot of information to help you. It's, you know, and a lot of us have been bootstrapping our businesses, you know, kind of building it with our own personal credit, our own name, all of that. That's old. What we need to do today is to set up some structures, some infrastructures that will enable us and empower us to get access to more resources, right? And so you're already moving in that direction because you have your LLC and you're working on the 501c, right? So that's a start for sure. But there's some other things that need to get done so that you can build the strength of your LLC. You know, build the strength of your LLC so you can walk into a bank and get a line of credit, so that you can get the right resources for your business. Because it is a business. We still have to look at it as a business, right?
And what my banker told me as I was opening a business account is, we only give money for, you know, organizations 2 years in operation or better. Yes.
So there's hacks to that, but yes, that's for everybody. You know, they want to see that you're seasoned. Seasoning usually starts at 2 or 3 years and up, right? So once that's one of the standard questions for any creditor. They want to know how long you've been in business, because most businesses fail before 3 years. You understand? So they want to make sure that you're in there and that you're here to stay, so to speak.
And the most terrific thing about Angel's Impact is we're an entrepreneurship-focused program. We're not looking to produce a line of young people to continue to be employees. We're producing business owners. That's what I want to say. I look forward to hearing from you, Relentless.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And I look forward to meeting you.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. I'm here in Atlanta. I have a miniature golf course here at the Relentless House. So I've been inviting people to come through and hit a couple of balls. It's outdoors. It's it allows for social distancing because it's isolated, but it's 9 holes, and it's a good sort of buffer for people to come and just kind of enjoy my place. So yeah. All good. Well, thanks, Angel, for sharing, and for sure DM me, and I'll definitely help you out with that.
I appreciate you. Thank you. And thank you for everyone in the audience.
Speaking of which, there's so many great photos down there. I don't hear your voices, but it's all right. I wish they had an option where you guys could clap too. That would be nice. I think that might soon come, where the audience will have an option to clap. Like all they do is tap their picture right quick, and it creates some sort of little sparkle, but it doesn't interrupt the conversation. Because, not for nothing, but the people on the stage can clap, they can clap their mic and that creates a clap, but they should have something for the audience to engage. There should be more engagement from the audience. Otherwise, it's just like, you're not important, or, I see you guys, because to be honest with you, you could be doing something else, could be doing anything else in the world other than hanging with Relentless and family. So I appreciate you all. And I know if you have businesses, and I hopefully the information I've been sharing has been of value to you. And you guys on IG, thank you so much for all your comments. I tell you, I hope all these comments hold when I save the live stream. This is crazy. This has been like 2 hours of it's 10 o'clock, 10:16. I started at 7 o'clock, guys. It's 3 hours and change that I've been spending with you guys. So now, guess what? It's time for me to get something to eat. And I've had some great conversations. I appreciate everybody coming in and to add their 2 cents. I promise you, I'm going to go through my comments and my DMs. But if I stay on IG and Clubhouse and Facebook forever, I won't make no money. No money, no honey, right? So I appreciate you guys. Anybody else want to come up and say something, whether it's on IG or Clubhouse or even Facebook? Let me see what's going on Facebook. I'm going to see what y'all been talking about too. Okay, Darby. Hey, Darby. Leslie. Hello, Leslie. Hello, Stephen. Stephen Thomas. What's up? What's up, Ruth Hassel? What's up, Francisco? What's up, William Pettiford, Stephanie, Vance, Terrence, Apollo, Candy McGreer, hello, Cindy McGreer, I'm sorry, and Ricky Stanley. What's going on? The Boxer. What's going on? All you folks, all 3 of you. I appreciate everybody checking in with me. We are simply here sharing resources and trying to help everybody with their concerns relating to business financing and getting money for your business. That's what we're doing. I'm doing it. I have done it for myself, and I'm figuring like I want to help other people. So that's what I started this live stream, this live I've done for sure. And hopefully the most beneficial. So when your comments come, I will be screenshotting them and I will be making posts. Just be clear. But I appreciate everybody. Thanks for chiming in. Last call for alcohol on the hand raising. Initially I wanted to come on Clubhouse and play music. Because I'm a connoisseur of the music. But I think people come on here for resources, and hopefully I've brought a lot of resources to the table today through information. All right. So y'all have a great evening. I'll see you on the flip side, and peace and bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you. Peace. Oh, man.